Hi there, welcome to Elevate Wellness. My name is Fez and I'm the responsible person on our license. This is Ali.
Hi everyone, Ali Samei. I'm the quality assurance person on the license.
So today is an exciting day for us. We're doing our first batch of production for our sales amendment documents. And what that means is that we essentially have to produce a full batch of production and then accompany the documents that basically report on the standards of our production to Health Canada. Once they review the documents, they realize that, hey, we know what we're doing. They'll issue us a sales license that we could sell directly into provincial stores.
As you can see, we're sitting here at a state-of-the-art facility in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, and we're happy with having our first production in the facility. Basically, this is a food manufacturing facility with the extra layers on top that gives us the opportunity to obtain the Cannabis license. And you can see all the materials, everything has been designed for a food manufacturing facility with extra, as I said, layer like a security and a specific basically provisions to help us produce cannabis in this facility.
Initially, when we were thinking about the design, we thought that we want to be able to work with three different classes of licenses. One is a standard cannabis processing license, which enables to manufacture cannabis 2.0, so edibles, vapes, topicals. We also applied for an R&D license that enables us to do organoleptic testing, so any sensory testing for the products could be done at this facility. The second class of license that we have applied for is an NHP site license. That enables us to enter the supplements market. Our primary focus would be on nutraceuticals, nootropics, but again, that would be a second class of license that we have for this facility. And the third would be a dealer's license that enables us to manufacture and process psychedelic and controlled substances such as psilocybin mushrooms, ketamine, MDMA, and so on and so forth. Under the standard processing license, we would be able to sell to two different markets. So that would be medical markets and the recreational one. And again, I think that if you look layer deeper on the product level, we have like a THC-based products which are psychoactive, and then you have the CBD-based products which are mostly used as a medical mean to deal with some form of illness or health problem. On the psychedelic side, however, you're mostly dealing with psychoactive compounds that are used for mental illness patients. So anything related to PTSD, depression, anxiety, addiction, you name it. So I think that there's been a shift in how we treat these patients. Previously, we used to shut down their receptors, so to speak, whereas now we're trying to reorganize their neural pathways using psychedelic substances like magic mushrooms. On the distribution side, with medical cannabis, we would have patients signing up on our platform. They get connected with other health practitioners that could prescribe them specific formulations. And if they buy the same products, they'll be able to cover it with their insurance. The recreational market, obviously, we have to sell directly to provincial boards, such as OCS, BC Cannabis Board, and then they'll be able to sell back to the retail. So there's less involvement on the medical community side there. With the nutraceuticals, it's purely over-the-counter medication, so there wouldn't be a need of a prescription for those products, and you could basically sell it to other retail channels like London Drugs, Shoppers, Drug Mart. I think the dealer's license, the products that are coming out of that will require assisted psychotherapy, so that they will be used in conjunction with other therapeutic measures like counseling. and you would require specific exemptions from Health Canada in order to be able to use those products.
Considering the licenses that we have acquired and the facility that we have, with the team of people that we have put together, team of the Elevate Wellness and the advisor, we have set ourselves very well in a position to be a center for cannabis and nutraceutical research and also production here in Western Canada.
So today would be our first batch of production for our THC sprays. Each spray would pack about 900 milligrams of THC and about 100 milligrams of CBG in it. CBG is one of the more rare cannabinoids that were recently discovered, and they basically have a property that counters like fatigue, and it kind of refreshes or uplifts your experience. So at Elevate we do a range of products. Our bread and butter would be within the edibles part, but we can do vapes, topicals, tinctures, oils. Any cannabis 2.0 processing could be handled at our facility. So once the products are sent out for third-party testing, once the results come back and we verify that the dosage that we have aimed for was achieved, then we'll be able to label them with the proper dosage and get them ready for the shelves. Initially, as our startup stage, we decided that we're going to do mostly handcraft and hand production each batch. The control is better, but obviously the trade-off is the scale. I think in the next 3 to 6 months we will be expecting some of our equipment to arrive, such as the gummy depositors, the ovens for the baked goods, and some liquid injectors for the drinks.
The way we build this facility, we are quite flexible. We're taking different kind of production in this facility, and that will give us opportunity to work with or do co-packing, co-manufacturing, white label for a variety of the product. So those are the companies that do not have their own facility, and they can use our facility, and we help them to basically from A to Z, a pathway to the market. We can support them in every angle, from the research, from product development, from production, from sales and distribution, all the way. So it's become really a one-stop shop with Elevate Wellness. We are set to do actually production. We bring the ingredients in-house. We bring the cannabis material, and which will be stored behind us in that vault that we have designed. And from there comes to the production, and with the recipes that we have developed, we combine them, and it goes through the process that we have, and the final product will be tested according to standards of the Health Canada and cannabis regulation, and ready to ship to the basically licensed distribution.
The process that we or standard processors have within the manufacturing side is that you typically would get your raw input, which for us is oil. Some are focused on extraction, so they bring the biomass and they extract the oil. We're focused fully on manufacturing, so we bring in the oil, and we have a lot of micro and craft growers that have their own oil, have their own flower, but they don't have the capacity to manufacture or create value-add products out of their oils and flowers. So what they do is that they contract us, they provide us with their own oil, and in return we transform that oil into a value-add good that could be a biscuit, a chocolate, or a gummy. So in case you're wondering why we have an empty space, we recently, just over 2-3 weeks ago, we received our standard processing license, and our equipment, with all the lead times because of COVID and the supply chain issues, they have been delayed, but I think in the next 2 to 3 months we're going to have our own equipment, and then 2 other co-packers who plan to bring their own equipment here and manufacture their products out of our facility. So I think in a couple of months we'll have a fully packed facility with equipment and staff.
That's when we come back.
That's next time.